So what was the difference, you see, between Adam and you? Why can't we have the same walk with God that Adam had? What's the difference between the two of us? You know? Well, you see, his mind, his body had not been polluted with sin. Even after he fell, his mind and his body had not the pollutions of sin. His mind was pure. There were no ungodly images stored within his mind. It's very important to understand this. You see, Adam could walk with God. He could see God. He could see into heaven. He could see the Lord and hear the Lord walking in the garden. The Lord would walk with him every day, and they'd walk together. And, you know, there were no false concepts stored in his brain. And even after he sinned, his brain was still pretty pure. Now, you are different. Even when you're born again, your mind is still polluted. Your body still has the ravages of sin within it. You see, false concepts and error, there is so much unbelief stored in your mind that you wouldn't believe it if it all came out and was shown to you. And it's like, you know, every time you watch TV, more pollution enters your mind and is stored in your brain. You got to be very careful what you watch. Images, sounds, you see, find their way through these gates, the eye gate, the ear gate, stored in the brain. And Adam didn't have any of this. So there was no problem between his body, soul, and spirit. They were all harmonized as one. His spirit could flow through his body and mind, and he could see the Lord and walk with the Lord and so on. That's the difference between you and I and Adam. Now, there's a very powerful veil that is being erected between you, or your spirit, and your outer physical man, your soul and your outer physical man. There is a veil that shuts you off. Now, let me explain this to you. If you died today and you came out of your body, you would be able to see clearly in the spirit realm. You'd be able to see angels, demons, or depending if you were born again or not, the heavenly realm. You'd see it. It would be as clear as it was in the natural to you. So why couldn't you see that before? Because your soul filters it all out. There is a veil erected between your spirit and your outer man. And the Bible tells us that the natural man, the natural mind cannot know God, cannot see in the spirit, cannot know God. And so as a Christian, your spirit man is imprisoned behind an impregnable barrier which locks you out from the spirit realm. Now, you understand that? It's important. So you walk in the flesh and not in the spirit. You're still a Christian, but you walk in the flesh and the spirit world is closed to you. So what are the keys to this? How do you break out of this? What do you have to do to change this situation? You see? Well, this is what separates the man from the boys, as it were. There are three things which are required to break out of this. One is a hunger. A hunger for God, a hunger to walk with him in a new way. Secondly, there is determination. You have to determine in your God. You're going to, in your mind and in your heart, you're going to find God in this way and walk with him in this way. And thirdly, and very importantly, there is single-mindedness. Now, you know, hunger in the natural is a very powerful force. And, you know, if you want it bad enough, you'll do anything to get it. If you're running out of food, you'll do anything to find food. See, it's a very powerful force. That's the kind of hunger that God wants you to have for him. And you'll be determined, as it were, to find food. Find your object of desire, whatever it is. That determination is important. And you'll develop a single-mindedness. That's the only thing on your mind. That's the only goal in life, is to find some food. Hunger in the spiritual realm is very, very powerful. You see, every strong desire emanates from you as a force, either righteous or unrighteous. Now, it's just a desire, but it's more than just a passive thing within you. It is a force. When you strongly desire, you release a force. And, you know, sound, you know, sounds that you make, the way you speak is heard in heaven or hell. When you speak, you emanate something. Smell, you see, is powerful. Color is vivid. The smell of sound is vivid. It's powerful. Whatever your strong emotions are, that emanates a color, a sound, a smell. It's part of the way that we are made, and we dealt with this in some of the earlier sessions, which are very important to us. But you see, this kind of force of single-mindedness sets up, releases something from you. And if it's godly single-mindedness, it really reaches into heaven. The smell of that strong desire and emotion also is felt in heaven. Demons see it on earth, but it's felt in heaven. You see, you cannot hide who you are in the spirit realm. You emanate all the time who you are in the form of sound, color, smell. These vibrations come through you and from you, and they're recognizable in the spirit realm to the demonic and God's angels. But you see, when there is set up within your heart such a strong determination to find God, and there is a hunger in such a way that you know, you're going to continue on to find God. There's that determination, that hunger is there within your heart. Something registers in the realm of the spirit, in God's realm. Something happens. It sounds, as we said in the introduction to this, it's like a thunderclap in heaven. You don't hear it on earth. But that reaches such an intensity, something breaks in the spirit realm. And an entrance begins to be afforded you. Slow at first, but it will be there. Angels will be assigned to you to help you. And something will start to open up to you. Now, if you stay with that, if you're determined to go with it and keep pushing, keep seeking, keep knocking, keep asking, keep desiring, and you don't let up, the door will get wider and wider and wider until an entrance will be granted to you into the realm of the Spirit. You see, that's why it's not just for the casual person that says, oh, I'll take this, I'll take that, or say, oh, well, I'll ask God for this and I'll ask God for that. It doesn't work like that. You have to seek me. If you seek me, you will find me, God said. Only if you search for me with your whole heart. This is what separates the rest from the others. This kind of determination was the hallmark of all of those in the past who found their way into this kind of walk with God. It's available. It's there. And there are ways in. And we're looking at these three things today. You know, these three keys were common to all those who found their way into a profound walk with God. Searching, seeking, hungering, fasting, praying, determination. Are you up to this? That will make the difference, you see, in your life and take you to another plane in God. Firstly, when that intensity and determination and hunger reaches a certain level, a crack occurs and it sounds like thunder in heaven. Something registered in eternity. And they'll look down from the heavenly realm at you and say, that guy just broke through. And it's like all of that force coming through your righteous desires and force and smell and color and determination reached into heaven and cracked something. Most reach this point, those who reach this point, a lot of those who reach this point never go past it. See, they say, well, you know, crack something, we got something, but you have to determine, you just opened the door. Now you have to walk into it, the door of the kingdom, into the kingdom realm. Now, if you can do this, and if you determine in your heart to do this, seeking, searching, hungering, things will change for you. I can guarantee it. Things will change. This is not just for a select few. It's for those who will seek him with their whole heart. Anyone who does that will find him.